everyone, and welcome back to another Horse Crazy MC video. It has been months, no word of a lie, since I last uploaded a video, and it looks like I've caught something. Anyway, I have been playing around with 1.7, and I have to admit I couldn't resist not doing a video. I have been so swamped in the past few months with being a second-year college student. There's a lot more responsibilities that we have in our program, just with the type of program it is. So I haven't even had time to have proper meals, let alone sit down and record some Minecraft. So today's been the first day that I've had off in a long time. You can partially thank the blizzard outside for not allowing me to drive anywhere. There's literally like a foot of snow piled around my car, so I'm not even going to bother going anywhere. So I thought I would record a video today. So today I want to talk about the updates to 1.7. Most of you probably already know, and you've probably already been playing around with it, but I just thought I'd make a formal video to show how excited I am. So, first things first, there have been some new blocks added and some new biomes. So one of the new biomes, for example, is the one behind me, which is the savanna. So within the savanna we have the acacia trees that have been added, so it's kind of similar to the biomes of plenty savanna, except the trees are a little different. And with that addition comes a new tree, which means new wood. So this one here, the kind of orangey colored one, is the acacia tree. So obviously you can use this wood to make slabs, make doors, so on and so forth. Everything that you can make out of wood. That's where I was going with that. And all the trees except the oak tree have been kind of given a new little texture. So you can see this end cap right here has kind of an orange texture. It kind of gives you a hint onto what the color of the wood's going to look like. So the jungle tree is kind of pinkish. We got a nice white color for the birch tree, and we've got a darker color for the spruce tree, and our regular oak plank has changed ever so slightly. So that's pretty much where that's heading. And then we have dark oak, which is a whole nother tree entirely, and it gives a slightly darker version of the spruce plank, and I actually prefer it. Gives it a really nice brown color. And then we have stained glass, which can also come in stained glass planes, if you prefer the planes over the block. So you can see all the different colors I have lined up here, and they're really nice. So you can even use like the black or the gray to make like a tinted window. It's pretty cool. And then the blue would go really nice if you were making a submarine, for example. I don't know, you guys probably make all sorts of things in Minecraft. Fourthly, we have new portals. Well, not new portals, but you can make them as big as you want. So this one is 6 by 6. This one, I don't even know how big it is. It's probably not even proportionate. No, it's not. It's taller than it is wide. So obviously they don't even have to be proportionate, but you can make them as big as you want. You could make them like 20 blocks by 20 blocks if you really wanted to. And of course, if I hop in there, it's going to take me straight to the nether. So, another thing, I'm going to go in here to my beautiful enchanting table. Open this up, everybody look. So, you can see in my inventory, I have one regular fishing pole and one enchanted fishing pole. What's that mean? That means you can now officially enchant your fishing rods. So this one, I got Unbreaking 3, but this other one, I've Luck of the Sea 2. Not really sure what that means, but I'm assuming it has something to do with the new fishing mechanism. So you can now take a fishing pole, enchant it or not. You have the chance of catching 3 new types of fish, and you have the chance of catching either junk or treasure. So I'm not sure. I have had no luck in this particular little pond here, so I'm just going to cast and see what happens. And frankly, I'm not patient enough to sit here and wait for something to happen. Which nothing is happening, but you can kind of see there's little bits of water like kind of spurting up around the fishing pole. I don't remember that happening in previous versions of Minecraft, unless I just didn't notice. But let's go over here and see if we can't find something. It might be dependent on the biome, but I haven't read anything like that. So if I can't actually catch a new fish, I will just have to show you the new fish, and then hopefully you guys can catch them on your own. Alright, so if I just toss this in there, hopefully something happens this time. Maybe I'll use my other one. This other one has Luck of the Sea, which, you know, whatever that means. Maybe it means that I can have better fishing. Well, anyway, there's 3 new types of fish. And you can also catch treasure, so I'm not really sure what that treasure means, if you can, like, pull up blocks or ores or just random materials. I really don't know. But anyway, I'll show you the new types of fish. So we have a clownfish, a salmon, and a pufferfish. So I'm not... the salmon says raw, so I'm assuming you can cook it and you can eat it. And then we have a pufferfish and a clownfish, but neither of them seem to have much purpose unless I'm missing something. But at least they look cute, you can put them in an item frame, you know. So that is that, and then we finally have a whole pile of new different flowers. There is a peony, I don't even know how to pronounce that. We have double tall grass, which I just walked through, sunflower, large fern, rosebush, poppy, blue orchid, oxeye daisy, bunch of tulips, and whatever that is. And then we also have packed ice red sand, which you can find in the mesa, and podzol, which is just a different type of dirt, I suppose. Oh, it's a rather nice looking dirt. So with the new biomes, I'm not going to go around and find each and every one of them, but each of the biomes now has what they call an M version, which just means mountainous. So this is the savanna. If I go over here, this will be called the Savanna Plateau, or Savanna M. I'm not really sure how they have it. Savanna Plateau is what they have it registered as in the game. But if you look on the wiki, they have it registered as the M version, which just pretty much stands for mountainous. So every biome pretty much has a mountainous version now. The mesa, which if any of you guys played with Biomes of Plenty or Extra Biomes, you know that the mesa is basically a Grand Canyon full of red rock. And then there's the birch forest, which I still don't find very impressive, no matter whether it's actually in the game or whether it's part of a mod. The roofed forest, also known as the black forest, which is a forest completely filled with black oak or dark oak, and full of large mushrooms and lots of other types of flowers and blocks. Then you have the savanna, the mesa. You can have a plateau version in the savanna or the mesa, which we already kind of looked at. It's basically a mountain in the middle of nowhere. Then we finally have something called the sunflower plains. I know a bunch of my friends have been dying to get actual sunflowers in the game. And then we have a flower forest, so all those new flowers obviously spawn in that forest. I just walked through a bunch of that tall grass just now, which can be found in the savanna or the plains. And then there's the Ice Plains spikes, which I really want to find, but I doubt I'm going to be able to find it with this video unless I spend hours searching. But it looks really cool. It's basically a biome full of tall ice spikes. I'm not really sure why I had to describe that, because the biome name basically says it for you. And then there's the Mesa Bryce, which is basically a fancy canyon, and I've seen screenshots of it, and it looks just magnificent. And then there's a couple changes. A regular desert now does not spawn any water. I'm not sure how recent that change is. It's probably old. And then you can also get the plateaus or the mountains in the vanilla biomes as well. So I'm up here, and yeah, now it says Desert M. So that kind of stands for kind of the mountainous biome. Kind of losing my train of thought. So that's pretty much all the biomes that have been added. There's been tweaks to other biomes as well, but I haven't explored far enough to know whether or not those biomes have changed significantly. I really want to find either the Mesa Bryce or the Ice Plains spikes for you guys, because I think they are just awesome. I've seen screenshots from friends of mine. That's what made me want to find time to be able to check out the 1.7 update. And I think that's... oh, there was a few other things that have been changed too. There's been a tweak with the oceans now, so there's supposed to be less oceans. Oh, and if I'm flying and I land really hard, you can see a bunch of kind of particles splash out from underneath me, which is really cool. I noticed that when I landed on a tree before I started recording. There's an amplified world option, which I will show in a moment. You can enchant fishing rods. And there's kind of some new colors and some new map changes that have been made. So let me go and find my trusty map. So as you can see, the colors have changed a little bit. We have this red blob that I'm heading towards, which is probably lava. And everything just looks greener and nicer. And then there's also, you can change... yeah, it is lava. You can change the way your item frames, or the way the item frames work are just nicer. So if I find my item frame, probably in decorations, yeah. And then let me just grab a block to put the item frame on. So now, not only do maps now take up the entire item frame, but they also don't float. Apparently they used to float in front of the thing. And now you can add them all together really nicely, I guess, and it doesn't really... yeah, I'm apparently standing on something green. Oh, unless that's just my map that I put down. So if I go and find some more empty maps here. And it's showing up exactly the same. Oh well. You can just put them all together, and now you can make an even nicer large map. So it just looks so much nicer when it fills up an entire wall. Instead of having the individual things, it just flows together a lot nicer. There's apparently less lag now. I do notice that I can have the clouds on. I still get a little bit of lag just because my computer is a pile of crap. But I can still get some nice effects now with the clouds on, and some effects a little bit higher, and have just as much lag as I did before. But now I kind of have some increased ability to have some fancier features. And the last thing I wanted to mention, which if I kind of climb up here, it would be a lot more helpful if it was daytime. What on earth? I'm hearing kind of like a portal sound, but that can be impossible. Anyway. So one last thing, if I go to my things, there's these super secret settings, and what they basically do is if you click on it, it changes the way your world looks. So this one, however, is super annoying. It's really going to hurt my eyes. If I click on it again, now I have this really weird high contrast thing, which would equally hurt my eyes. And you can just keep going through all of them. Now I got a black and white. Oh, that's 3D. Upside down. Really inverted contrast. Completely black. So you can just play around with them. Whoa. And now it looks like I am high. An old TV. Can I just go back to my normal... This one isn't bad. It's not awesome, but it's not horrible. I haven't actually gone through them all, I just found one that I kind of liked and just stuck with it. this one's nice. It's a little bit more kind of sharp than vanilla, but I do like this one. So, I really can't find any other biomes, which is really bumming me out. Got some ponies. Still the savannah. So I went in to try and create a new world and just clicked on the amplified, and you might want to notice it says just for fun requires beefy computer. So I have a feeling that my computer is going to have a heart attack if I try and load this world. And as far as I know, it just makes everything bigger and more exciting. It doesn't really change a whole lot. So like, obviously in adventure mode you can't play with certain, or can't interact with certain blocks. Yeah, I can't even move. There's some real high contrast on these blocks, which is cool. Got a nice gray pony. I am in the plains biome, apparently. Ooh, look at that. That is pretty. There's a horse floating around up there. So my computer can handle it at the moment. I'm sure if I go into like the nether or something, it's probably gonna have a heart attack trying to load everything, but this is really pretty. Like everything is just kinda amplified, I guess is the word. Yeah, that's really nice. It's just set in the plains biome. We have some nice, some of the new flowers. That's one of the daisies over there up on that block. And we got some nice, waterfalls, and it just looks really nice. So let's, continue exploring here. I might have to do a let's play on this world type. Just for fun. While we're talking about let's plays, actually, most of the mods have not been updated to 1.7. Most of them are all Forge related. The only one that I had been using that's updated is Too Many Items, and it has a non-Forge version that you have to use for now if you still want to use it. No, I thought you said there was going to be less oceans. I hate the oceans. So bad. Just takes forever to cross them. Okay, I want to see if I can't... I can't fish for anything in the ocean. Nothing. That's really depressing. But this is really nice. It is taking a bit for the blocks to load, but my computer seems to be handling this not too poorly. Like, I expected it to have a heart attack and just crash the game. Here are our beautiful sunflowers. We got a whole pile of donkeys over there. Ooh, the sky changed. Just for a brief moment. Oh, yep, there we go. So for a brief moment there, the game froze, so that's just my computer telling me I'm pushing my luck. running into another ocean. So I'm going to leave it there for this video, and you guys can go explore for yourselves to see the new biomes, and I will catch you hopefully sometime soon with a new video.